Hello everyone. In today's video, I will show you the mapping between the project management process groups and the knowledge areas. Many times when we prepare for PMP examination, we get intimidated thinking that there are like 49 processes. How do I remember so many processes? Don't worry, this video is going to help you and simplify that, and you will be able to remember all the 49 processes for the knowledge areas in the respective process groups. Let's get started. So there are few rule of thumb that you remember. So you've got 5 process groups and 10 knowledge areas. Let's try to simplify this entire chart. We will categorize the knowledge areas that are spread across all the 5 process groups. Few are spread across 4, few are spread across 3, few are spread across 2. We'll go one by one. That makes it easier for us to know which knowledge area is spread across which process group, and then we can deep dive and then understand how many processes are there for these knowledge areas. Project integration management is the only knowledge area that is spread across all the 5 process groups. Then you have project stakeholder management that is spread across 4 process groups. After that, you have three knowledge areas that are spread across 3 process groups with only one process in each group. That is plant quality management. It has only one process in each group. Project communication management has only one process in each group. And then you have got the procurement management. It has got one process in each group. It is very easy for us to remember these names. So in the planning phase, default you will have plan as a keyword. For the plant quality management, you will have plan as a keyword. Quality management is the common term. In executing process groups, it will manage quality process, and in controlling process group, it will control quality. Manage is a keyword for executing process group. Control is a keyword for monitoring and controlling. It is very simple. The structure is so simple. Same thing follows for your communications also. Project communication management, you have plan for plan communication management, manage for manage communications, monitor for monitor communications. So we're done with these two. For the procurement management, it's very simple. Plan procurement management, when you're doing some work, executing, conduct procurements, and then controlling the procurements. It's as simple. You're already done with 9 processes. Let's come to the project stakeholder management. This has got 4 processes. In initiating, you identify what are the process stakeholders. In planning, you plan the stakeholder engagement. Remember this keyword. For people, you engage. You don't manage them. Manage stakeholder engagement. This is the executing process group. Monitor stakeholder engagement. This is the monitoring and controlling process group. So see, we are done with this also. Project stakeholder management. So we have covered 4 processes. You already done 13 processes. Let's go a little up. Project integration management, the one spread across all the 5 process groups. This has got 7 processes in it. So the first one, in initiating, you're developing a charter. So initiating process groups has just got 2 processes. One is develop project charter and one is identify the stakeholders. That's it. Then let's go to the last one. Closing process group for project integration management has got close project or phase. We're done with 2 processes over here. Very easy to remember. When you start a project, project charter is there. When you close a project, close project is there. Now, when you make a plan for this project, it's called develop project management plan in planning process group. With this plan, you execute work, direct and manage project work, and all the knowledge you have learned, you'll manage that. Manage project knowledge. Now, sometimes this work, there may be issues. So you find that out by monitoring, controlling project work. The 5th process over here. Sometimes you'll have a change request. You might need to change the baselines. You do perform integrated change control. So these are the 7. We're already done with 20. 13 plus 7. Now let's come to those processes which are spread across 3 and have got more than 3 processes in them. Project resource management has got 6 processes in it. So first thing in planning, all the planning knowledge areas will have plan in that. So plan resource management, plan communication management, plan risk management, plan cost management, plan procurement. So planning is there in all the 10 knowledge areas, right? So we are in the project resource management. So plan resource management. Now you will estimate the activity for these resources. How long do you need a laptop? How long do you need a license? How long do you need the people to sit and work? How many days of this project? All this estimation happens after you plan it. Okay. And then you acquire resources in the executing part of it, doing the work. Then you develop the team and manage the team. Finally, you control the project resources. This is very important. Controlling of project resources. How many resources are used? How many are needed? Right? These are the physical resources. So you've got 6 processes in the project resource management, 2 in planning, 3 in executing, and 1 in controlling resources. Those are the 6. So your tally now goes from 20 plus 6 to it becomes 26. A little bit tricky one is the risk management. But if you remember how risks are managed, it is easy to remember all the 7 processes in project risk management. The first process is always you make a risk management plan. What will you do if risk occurs? For that, you will identify the risk first. Once you've identified the risk, now you say high level, high priority, low priority, medium priority. You do a qualitative risk analysis. Sometimes you quantify, okay, if this issue happens and if we don't work for like 10 days, so dollar value impact is like $600, then becomes a quantitative risk analysis. So after qualitative, quantitative comes. And then once you find out the risk, you will plan a risk response. The implementation of this risk response happens in implement risk response, that is in executing process group. Okay. Finally, you will monitor the risk, are they occurring or not. So these are the 7 processes in the risk management. So 26 plus 7, it becomes 33. Let's go a little more up. Now, project scope management. So you'll plan how much of work has to be done. You'll collect detailed requirements. How should the house look? What is the paint? What is the type of marble? What is the kind of kitchen walls you need? What are the kind of wood you're going to put? What are the kind of railings? All these detailed requirements are collected, and then you define the scope, and then you create a work background structure. So the sequence is very important in the planning process group. For each knowledge area, the sequence shown by PMBOK, this mapping chart is from PMBOK 6th edition. It has to be maintained. This will help you answer at least a good number of 5 to 8 questions in your PMP examination. This entire mapping chart can be used as a baseline for your brain dump. Make a brain dump. So you can take 3 to 5 minutes to make this chart. I will teach you in another video how you can make this chart quickly. Then a control schedule. Let's go back to scope thing. So once the scope is the create work done structure done, there is no executing process in the executing process group. This is just spread across 2 process groups. So finally, once you have the create work done structure, you will validate the scope to the customer. You will try to control the scope by working with the customer. So these are the next 6. So we move from 33 plus 6 becomes 39 processes. Then let's see what do we have here. Project schedule management. You have got 6 processes over here. It is very simple. You make a plan schedule management. You define the activities to be done on that schedule, which day what has to be done. Then you sequence these activities. First you tell what all work is there. You're defining the activities. Only after you get all the list of activities, you'll sequence them. What comes first, what comes next, what is the dependencies that happens. And then you'll put durations for these activities after you sequence it to estimate activity durations. And then you'll develop the schedule, make the critical path. You have to monitor and control this. So you do the control, monitor schedule over here. 6 more, 39 plus 6 becomes 45. The last is the project cost management. You have got 4 processes over here. It's as simple as your scope, plan cost management, estimate the cost, determine the budget, and control the cost. So this is the 49 processes. For your PMP examination, try to remember and make this chart in 5 to 6 minutes in the brain dump. I will record another video wherein I will make the entire chart in 5 to 6 minutes. Until then, I would suggest is listen to this video 2-3 times, download it, kind of listen to it again and again. It will help you make the entire chart. Okay, practice making this chart 3 or 4 times. You will get good hands of it. You will remember all the 49 processes. If you like this video, do drop me a comment. If you want to give some feedback, do let me know by dropping me a comment. You can share this video with your friends. I wish you all the best for your PMP examination. Remember, this table is going to help you get 5 to 6 marks in your PMP examination. It's very easy. Last but not the least, you need to remember the sequence of these processes. This doesn't change in planning. The sequence itself will give you some 5 questions. You should be able to answer them for situational questions. What comes first, what comes next. This will help you. So friends, I wish you all the best for a PMP examination.